What's up, guys? Welcome to week 12 of meat prep training. This is the last important week of training. Everything after this is just going to be kind of deloading and tapering into the meat, so this will likely be the last video that I produced before the meet, just because nothing that's going to be happening next week is all that exciting. I have, after this workout, I am going to try and bench something light this Thursday, but it's not going to be anything worth filming. And then going to do a 50% mock meet on Saturday, just working up to 50% on all 3 lifts, probably a 30% mock meet on Monday, and then that's it. Maybe some light movement stuff on Wednesday, but I'm not doing any actual training from here on out. So what you're going to see in this video are my reverse band overload sets, just to get everything peaked for the meet. I missed the second work set at 5:35. As you notice, I'm also walking out, which definitely threw me off since I haven't had to walk anything out for the last 8 to 10 months. So not necessarily the best timing to switch that up, but it didn't end up affecting my ultimate performance. Just kind of threw me off for the first set. I ended up missing 5:35 just because I tripped and fell backwards a little bit. So came back and smashed that. We didn't end up getting that one on film. I was scheduled to go up to something around 565 to 75, but just was not really confident with how the walkout felt on the 535 set, so I decided to just move right into my reverse band overload sets, just so I could still get that training effect. What you're seeing here is my first one at 600 pounds. The way I have the band set up is they take off anywhere from 80 to 100 pounds. I haven't actually gone and fully checked it. Just because I don't know, but it took somewhere around 100 pounds to get it close to the red pins down there, so somewhere in that 80 to 100 pound range. I've pretty much used some version of this overload as the last heavy workout pretty much for the last 2 years. I've done it with chains. I just don't happen to have chains here at the gym, so reverse bands have been pretty much gold for me, as far as just getting the body used to handling heavier weight, and then also just driving the nail in the coffin as far as fatigue into the peaking phase of the program. So this just kind of gets you nice and tired, gets a lot of heavy work in, and since I'm combining squats and pulls, makes this just a really fatiguing session, so hopefully I can super compensate and perform even better at the meet. Come on. So from here I moved over into my deadlifts, in between helping everybody else out, getting the rest of my athletes prepared and wrapping some knees and stuff. This is the final warm-up set with 545. Overall, I'm really happy with how my deadlifts actually felt tonight. I feel like my pulling pattern was just really smooth and second nature, and I didn't have to sit and think about a whole lot to be strong at these. So there's that first set with 545. I moved from there to 585 because I felt like that would be a good jump and get me kind of close to the next percentage jump I was supposed to hit today, which was something in the 585 to 95 range. This actually moved better than 500 and 545 did, and I was really happy with this because this is probably the smoothest that I've moved 585 ever. And I felt like I definitely, one, I'm set up to hit what I want to hit, which is something in the 615 to 625 range. But I figured I would take one more heavier set here, and this didn't end up working out so well. As you can kind of see there in the very beginning, the weights were still up on the 2.5 pound plate that we used, that we rolled it up onto to get the bar loaded. And then as soon as I pulled, just that only one side of the bar was coming up, and fortunately decided to shut it down before I tweaked anything. But noticed that there was an additional 45 pound plate on one side of the bar only. So decided to have them just fix it, and I wanted to come back and just hit it right afterwards instead of waiting. That was not really the best choice. I feel like I definitely would have made this pull had I just waited another 5 to 8 minutes or something and treated it like an additional lift. So whatever. Decided to move over into the reverse band pulls, and by this point we are now 4 hours or so into training, and I just ran out of gas and wasn't able to make the pull. So lesson learned. But either way, I'm feeling probably the best I've ever felt going into a meet prep, minus having a pec tear and not being able to bench. I feel like my squats and deads are exactly where I had set up for them. So I'm really excited to put all that together in a couple of weeks. So this will probably be the last video before the meet, so be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and now on Snapchat to kind of get the updates and see how everything goes with not only myself, but the other Savage athletes that'll be competing in 2 weeks. Be sure to check out the gym's website at savagegym.com, and I will talk to you later.